I think it took 2 years. Let's find out if it's worth the wait. Let's go. Geeks, was popping. We've got the Mezco 112 Collective Fantastic Four box set. This got announced in 2021, if I'm not mistaken. It went up for pre-order, and then we forgot all about it. Pretty promo pics followed, then the announcement for Dr. Doom. But where is the Fantastic Four? Well, they are here in all their Jack Kirby glory, and we're about to check them out. Now, usually I don't do Mezco with a lot of soft goods, but I had to do it this time. It's the Fantastic Four. It's Kirby. My second most favorite Fantastic Four. Of course, behind John Byrne. Oh, voila. Okay, that's better. Now I can see it. Voila. Oh, we got plastic on here. Oh, it's complete plastic cover on top. I should have known it's Mezco. Packed in behind it, we got all the flame effects and the Invisible Woman's effects. Extra sets of hands for it looks like everybody. And there's another layer. Then we get more flame effects, more effects with Invisible Woman, Reed Richards stretchy stuff. Oh, when it comes to the street sign diorama, hold on, another layer. And the Mezco stands, a trench coat for the Thing, a Yancey Street sign, and a big steel girder. Woo, it's a lot of stuff. All right, working our way from the back to the front. Of course, you've got your trusty Mezco accessory bags. Very nice of them. Got the Thing's trench coat, a bent steel girder, a Yancey Street light pole that's been yanked out of the ground, and it's kind of bent up. Looks like he grabbed it in the middle. 4 Fantastic Four stands, 1 for each figure, and 4 individual flight stand claws for these Fantastic Four stands. And next up, we've got a whole lot of stuff. We've got flame effects that use batteries. Did they include the batteries? Crap. All right, Mezco, thank you. They put the accessories in individual cases. I thought I was going to have to spill this all out and show it to you. So we've got some small black hands. I don't know if these are for the Invisible Woman or for Johnny Storm. I'd imagine his hands would be bigger, but we'll find out. I don't think they're Reed's. All right, take that back. These are even smaller, so these are probably for the Invisible Woman. Here are about the same size as the first ones. So Reed and Johnny probably have interchangeable size hands. These are obviously for Ben Grimm, the Thing. Invisible Woman effects, and then a Mezco paddle or something down there. Then a bunch of flame effects, and I believe that this is his flaming neck ring, so you can put it on look like his neck is on fire. And just FYI, I always forget how much stuff Mezco manages to cram into a box. So I'm going to have to split this up. There's going to be a 2-part review. First part will be the unboxing and going through everything and looking at the figures. Second part will be articulation and final thoughts. I've got Invisible Woman's Invisible Shield. We've got some blast effects here, some punching effects. Fireballs for Johnny Storm. Some big gloved hands, so those are for Reed Richards, of course. Stretchy feet. His neck. Some blast effects. It's like a Fantastic Four communicator. And I think those are wheels. And here is the full Monty, Fantastic Four. Yeah, I'm just looking at you, itching to get out. Oh, man. This really gives off a 1970s toy vibe. What was that toy line where they had the soft bodies and the hard heads? I almost said Mezco. It's something with an O, but you know what I'm talking about. They have them in Target now. These heads are so carefully and meticulously wrapped. It's almost hard to get them out. Well, this one's easier than the others, of course. I'll take it out to show you. But Mezco takes really good care here. We've got quite a few heads. We got 2 Invisible Woman heads, Flame On Johnny Storm, Smiling, getting in trouble, Johnny Storm. Bearded Reed Richards. Confident Reed Richards. Smiling Ben Grimm. It's clobbering time, Ben Grimm. And what'd you say about my opportunity, Ben Grimm? And of course, we've got Ben's fedora back there. All right, here they are, fresh out the box with no makeup on. What you see is what you get. Ben Grimm, the thing. So Ben is looking pretty good. Love the hands he comes with, love the faces, the head sculpts are on point. His hat really sets it off. I wish he'd come with some glasses and maybe like a bottle of root beer or something. Also would have been nice if the Yancey Street sign could stand up. If maybe this part here was replaceable so that way he could stand next to it when he's chilling. Now, two things about him that are kind of off to me. His rocks, a lot of shading on there, but it has a reddish tint to it more so than orange. And I'm used to my thing being a big pile of orange rocks. They did a great job on the soft goods coat. It actually feels like a coat I have. They have wire down at the bottom as well as in the belt. So that way you saw I had him running. You can kind of flare the coat up, give him some action poses like he's actually in the wind. The buttons look really good. They look like real little buttons. Dig it. Soft goods are actually really working well here. You can see the rocks in the sculpt coming through his pants. He's even anatomically correct. He's packing a boulder down there. Shoulder joints, good job here. He has these butterfly joints, but they didn't skimp and just put some smooth plastic there. It actually has the same sculpt as his rocky skin, so that's cool. Back of his knees, those joints there, a little bit too much exposed for me here. They could have brought the plastic up a little bit higher to that halfway point so you really wouldn't see it. Minor gripe. This belt feels like real leather and it's movable. Spandex is kicking. Welcome, Ben Grimm. Reed is there looking like somebody took his Bunsen burner, my guy. All right, just an item of note that I didn't think about, but it makes sense. When you look at the original torso, you can see his six-pack, abs, his ribs, his chest, very muscular, very defined. You can even see his ribs in the back. That's pretty awesome. But as it should be, when he's in his elongated form, he doesn't have that muscular definition. You don't see his bones because he's all rubbery and stretched out. I just realized this is the ultimate nullifier. That is so dope. Man, imagine if Mezco made a Galactus. The Invisible Woman. The way they did these accessories, really good. These things are secure in her hand. It looks awesome. It doesn't look like a crutch. A lot of times when I do stuff like this, you can tell, oh, well, they just did this, so it'll hold up. But it really looks like she's using her powers. I think that's awesome. This projection piece for her forehead attaches by a magnet, which I think is dope. Hasbro should take note of that. Magnets are not expensive. The head sculpts, all three of them, she has a really big forehead. I don't know why. Like her hairline is too far back. And the face sculpt, I don't know. I can't say that it really strikes me as Susan Richards, but it's a good looking head sculpt. Like it looks like a real person. Doesn't look cartoony, doesn't look comic booky. Same with Reed Richards. So while I'm not complaining about it, I'm not a huge fan of it. And her body, she's quite busty. I'll give her that much. But in South Florida, we'd call her bad body. Her butt, or maybe is it her butt? Or, yeah, there's a bump right here. So it makes it look like her butt kind of has a hump above it. And her legs are a little bit too slim. And her legs are a little bit too skinny. But all minor complaints, because as you saw when she had the power effects on, she looks truly dynamic. And I forget about all those little flaws, because she looks great when she's posed in action. And of course, here's Johnny. In all honesty, before I even took him out of the package, I was prepared to say that I wish they had made him translucent, and I don't understand why they put him in the soft goods and then gave him a fiery head. But now that I have it out, I don't mind it. It actually looks pretty awesome. It looks like he's in the middle of flaming on. Maybe it's all the effects it comes with that helps, and there's even more. I didn't put all of them on, but it looks good. Would I prefer a fully flamed on one or translucent maybe? I'm not sure, but because it looks so good, I'm okay with it. And I think I know why they did it. I'm not 100% sure, but it looks like the same buck that Reed Richards is on, so I can see how they want to save a pretty penny just by doubling up the bodies. When I do articulation, I'll compare them to see if they're the same. But like I said, this is pretty fantastic, man. The head sculpt is amazing. The flame on the head is amazing. Now, this back piece on his shoulder, it doesn't stay on. All the other pieces are flexible and tight, and they kind of clench on. This one is hard plastic, so you can't really open it or close it. It just sits on his shoulder, and it took a while for me to get it to sit up there. But if I even touch it right now, it'll fall right off. So I might have to put some Velcro on it, or I may glue it on permanently, depending on how I put it on the shelf. Just like with Reed, you can see all his muscles through his spandex, his chest, his ribs, his abs. So the sculpt work under there is top notch, and looks and aesthetics wise, I mean, he's great. Furby love bug. Okay, we're done with part one. We got a look at the accessories and the figures themselves, a quick overview. Check back tomorrow for part two, where I'll go through the articulation. I'll run through the articulation, give you my thoughts on the figures, and show you all the little intricacies that each of them have. And if you didn't catch it earlier, Ben Grimm did come with sunglasses. And if you didn't catch my little message earlier, Ben Grimm did come with sunglasses, so I'll show those off tomorrow. Furby's eyes do articulate and pop out. And you can see he has this pop-out screen in the front. And in the back, if you saw him when he's spinning around, he has a bunch of test tubes in his butt. Those test tubes actually come out. Johnny Storm's head lights up, and that base he was on lights up. I got to dig out some batteries, put them in, and I'll show you all that in part two. All right, so let me know what you think so far. Just out the box, I think they look spectacular. This set is well worth it. Well, let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure to sound off. Let's talk about it and have a conversation. Also, if you're still here, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, turn notifications. Make sure to share a link with a friend that loves the Mezco Marvel like we do. Till next time, geek out.